Thank you very much, BR. This is Chris Benson along with Wes Cisco as the two teams are lined up. The coin toss was won tonight by Harrisburg. They deferred and Mark Tree will receive. It's the 1-0 Mark Tree Indians who beat Piggott 28-16 last week against the 0-1 Harrisburg Hornets who dropped their opener 55-16 to the Cross County Thunderbirds. Harrisburg set to kick it off with number 56, Walker Hammond. Referee blows the whistle, and it's a short pooch kick and taken at about the 42-yard line by Octavius Dean, and he falls on it as soon as he catches it. As I bring in my partner, Wes Cisco. Wes, Mark Tree starting tonight, 8 players returning, so a pretty salty bunch out there for Mark Tree.
Pretty salty bunch. They're looking to make the playoffs, I think, for the first time. They missed it last year, so the first time since 2013 for Coach Waylon Dunn.
Blake Daniels is the quarterback for the Indians. And he hands it off, and it's fumbled. But Daniels recovers his own fumble, so right out of the hat, Mark Tree.
Looks like he was going to hand off to McGee, and there was just something there off the handoff, and looks like they've lost.
Daniels lost 3. It's second down and 13. Number 2, Cameron Mitchell, is the deep back in the set, and he gets the handoff to about the 41 where he stood up at the line by number 85, Arizona Sharp.
Sharp missed last week, and he's back in the lineup tonight for the Hornets, and you can tell right now he could be a difference maker already tonight, Chris.
Third down, 12. Ball is on the 41-yard line. Dean and Griffin in a wingback set. Lone receiver to the near side as Daniels rolls out, fires incomplete. That was intended for number 22.
Looks like that was
Jaleel Lott.
Yes. Great defense there. There was nothing there for Daniels. Nobody there open. He was just trying to thread it into somebody. Had nothing there whatsoever.
So a 3 and out. Only ran 1 minute and 25 seconds off the clock. And Mark Tree set to punt. Tevin McGee kicks it end over end. And it'll be taken at the 20-yard line by Harrisburg. To the 25, breaks a tackle. Flag on the play. Up to the 40, breaks it outside. Now it's a foot race, 45-50. And finally taken out at the Mark Tree 43, but we'll see what the flag is. That was number 5, Dylan Russell on the return.
Where it's back at, I don't know if it's going to be a holding or a block in the back or something, but I got a feeling this one may be coming back. Oh, it's a face mask against Mark Tree, so that one isn't coming back.
I did see his head snap a little bit when he took off, and I was wondering if that was going to be a face mask. So that's going to set Harrisburg up deep in Mark Tree territory at the 28-yard line.
Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Farmers Bank and Trust. Farmers Bank and Trust enjoys a proud history of dedicated service to the people of Mississippi County and its surrounding areas. Farmers Bank and Trust with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, Manila, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Connor Hagg is the quarterback. Malik Versey got the carry right there on a little handoff. He gets inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 2. Or actually a loss of a yard? Okay, a loss of a yard actually for Versey. So 2nd and 11. I looked at the chains wrong. Looks like 4 receivers in the set for Harrisburg now.
3 on the snap clock.
Hag to throw. Deep on the sideline for Arizona. Sharp, incomplete.
Just overshot him there.
We had number 4 also into the game there, and I do not have a number 4 on my Harrisburg roster. Oh, he's a wide receiver. We'll have to try to get his name. 81, Cade Condra split into the near side as Sharp joins him, along with number 5, Dylan Russell. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 split out top, out of the shotgun. Hag, he's going to be chased and dropped for a loss. Sacked by number 14, Jalen Gunn. And that's going to be a loss all the way back to the 40, a loss of 11 for Hag. And that'll bring up 4th down and 20.
Both offenses coming out of the gate slow tonight, Chris. These defenses are pumped up.
And Harrisburg will punt, and it is Connor Hag to punt. Little rugby-style punt where he runs to the right and kicks it, and it's going to be down around the 20-yard line. So Mark Tree will be set up 80 yards from pay dirt, as Blake Daniels will lead the troops back on for the 2nd offensive set. Couple of 3-and-outs, Wes, on the first 2 drives.
Yeah, on both sides of the ball there. Let's get with our keys to the game, brought to you by Eye Care Truman. Let Dr. Angela Howe and the staff at Eye Care Truman bring life into focus for you. Eye Care Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
Daniels out of the shotgun has number 22, Jaleel Lott, as he goes in motion in a little screen toss out to 24, Griffin. And he's going to pick up pretty decent yardage on first down, all across the 25 to about the 26. So we'll give Griffin 6 yards on the first pass completion of the night, as Daniels is now 1 out of 2 for 6 yards. We have Dean and Griffin split to the near side, 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Ball is snapped on the ground, picked up by Daniels, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Bad snap. And Daniels will be dropped back at the 23-yard line. So a loss of 3 for Daniels. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
So tonight's keys, 1-0 missed the quarterback play. We've seen both quarterbacks already been sacked tonight. Turnovers. I mean, whoever's going to win that battle tonight, because it looks like it's going to be a defensive game, Chris.
High snap. Daniels Fields now fires into the flat. Complete to 1st down to number 4, Hunter Pitts. Out to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 8 for Pitts.
And that's the first down of the night.
That is our first down of the night. Depth will be a big factor in tonight's game too, Wes.
Yeah, both
not many players for both teams. So
I think we have about just a little under 30 players for each team. So the depth is going to be big tonight.
Daniels to throw again. Little slant route incomplete, intended for Bailey Gilbert, and that one should have been caught.
Yeah, Gilbert looked up a little bit to see where the defender was going to hit him at, and when you take that off the ball, it's an incomplete pass.
Gilbert had a slant route. He had a step on his man. Mark Tree, head coach Waylon Dunn in his 6th year. Harrisburg is coached by 15th-year head coach Keith Davis. Daniels 5-step drop, lofts it downfield, and it is incomplete. Number 24, D'Angelo Griffin, went up to try to get it, but as soon as he hit the ground, he dropped the football. Valiant effort that time by Griffin.
Mark Tree now is 1 for 2 on third downs. They come in with a 3rd and long here tonight, Chris.
So 3rd and 10 at the 33-yard line. Lott and McGee check in for the Indians.
33. Oh, 32 looks like.
A little bit of a bunch set as Griffin goes in motion. He gets the end around, looking for space, 30, 35, and he's going to be driven out of bounds. So what looked like a promising play from the start, the hole was closed up nicely by the Hornet defense at the 35-yard line.
It's like we have a flag.
We have a flag, and it's a hold against Mark Tree. That one should be declined because it'll bring up 4th and 7 if it is declined. It is declined, so a 3-yard run for Griffin, but it's 4th and 7 at the 33-yard line. And number 5, Tevin McGee, is set to punt it away to his counterpart, number 5, Dylan Russell. He had a real high snap. He goes back and gets it, though, and gets the kick away. Bounces at the 41, takes a bit of a Mark Tree roll inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. So a 30-yard kick with no return. And the Harrisburg Hornets will put it in play for the second time tonight. 6.5 left to go in the first quarter.
Beautiful night out here at Mark Tree. A little cooler than last week, Chris.
About 35 degrees cooler than from the start of kickoff last week. It's in the 60s tonight. It was in the 90s last week when we kicked off over at Manila. Went from shorts and T-shirts to blue jeans and jackets. And Hag hands it off. Not much there as he runs straight into the Indian line. Versey gets a yard. Second down and 9 at the 40. Just inside the Harrisburg 40. Hag in the gun. Gives to Versey, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Number 50, Chris Chavez. The sophomore takes him down.
Loss of 3.
Back at the 30, in between 37 and 38 yard line. So Versey a loss of 3. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12. And the second 3rd and long for Harrisburg. Hag fires incomplete. He threw it behind his intended receiver, Dylan Russell, who had a step on his man on a slant route, but not a good pass from Hag.
Not a good pass, and yeah, he had one little step, but since he was behind him, it was only about a 4 or 5 yard gain out there, because I don't think he would have made that 3rd down.
Hag set to punt it away to Jaleel Lott. Good snap. Rugby style punt. High end over end. And out of bounds. That's not much of a punt at all. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark the ball at the 49 of Mark Tree. So just a 12-yard punt. And Mark Tree will put it in play.
You got a feeling that one of these offenses is going to start clicking here in a little bit, Chris. That we've had so many drop balls there that been able to be caught.
Daniels, 5-step drop, rolls out, fires deep middle. It is caught by Griffin inside the Harrisburg 30, down to the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. 24 yards on the pass reception from Blake Daniels to D'Angelo Griffin.
Great pass there by Daniels, especially having to roll out to the right.
So the Indians with their deepest penetration so far tonight at the Hornet 27. Split out to the top of the screen is Bailey Gilbert and Hunter Pitts. And a swarm of Hornets jump off sides. Were they drawn?
No, it's going to be all sides against Harrisburg.
Oh, it is a offsides. The whole defensive line jumped on that one, so now it'll be 1st and 5. Be 1st and 5 for Mark Tree. Gilbert, handoff, McGee. Shake and bake. Breaks a tackle. Ooh, and he is hammered down hard. Number 56, Walker Hammond, laid the wood to Tevin McGee.
You got to give it to these Harrisburg Hornets. When they hit you, they're going to leave a mark.
But that is a 1st down, though. A gain of 9 for McGee. Into the red zone, down to the 19-yard line. 1st down, Mark Tree. Gilbert fires to Griffin on a little lateral pass. He's inside the 15, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and he turns that into a nice gain. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 11, so an 8-yard reception for Griffin. And now it's Daniels 4 out of 7. He's completed his last 2. So 2nd down. Daniels, a little screen incomplete, intended for number 3, Bailey Gilbert.
That's close there, being just a lateral, and would have been a live ball there for Harrisburg.
3rd down and 4. Mark Tree so far 1 out of 3 on 3rd downs. Neither team having much success on 3rd down so far, and we have a whistle. Let's see. Looks like a timeout is going to be taken by the Harrisburg Hornets. We'll step aside, take it with them. No score. Harrisburg, Mark Tree. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
I'll just let you have it.
Find Tubetown on Twitter at Tubetown21. Let us know where you're watching the game from using the hashtag HHS VSMT, and we'll read tweets live during the game, during tonight's telecast.
So 3rd down and 4. Looks like a bunch receiver set. Now they're coming back closer to the... They're still bunched up. 3 receivers to the left. It's going to be a screen complete. But Harrisburg jumped all over it as soon as the pass was caught by number 3, Bailey Gilbert. And he... gets to the 9. So 3 yards for Gilbert. Fourth down. 4th and a couple. I believe the yard to gain is the... Looks like the line to gain is about the 7. 4th down, and Daniels fires into the end zone, incomplete. So turnover on downs.
I think I see a flag, Chris.
There is Laundry in the end zone. So let's see what the flag is all about. Mark Tree thinks it's against Harrisburg. Pass interference, so that'll be a spot foul. Actually, it won't be a spot foul. You can't spot it in the end zone. It'll be
half the distance.
Half the distance, I guess.
And it'll be automatic first down.
And an automatic first down. Or maybe they'll place it at the 2. I'm not
sure.
We'll
That looks like they're still showing it at the. Trying to see here. They're still spotting it.
So first and goal, regardless, on the 3. Looks like a Wildcat set. And a high snap picked up by Gilbert. Runs around right in. Runs over number 20. He flat ran over Kiefer Nelson. But he's going to lose back to the 8. 5-yard loss for Gilbert. But it's going to be second and goal. 2:09 left to play in the first quarter. And now Mark Tree will go back to their normal offense, and Gilbert fires a screen pass complete to Gilbert, and it is a touchdown! Mark Tree. 7-yard TD strike from Blake Daniels to Bailey Gilbert.
Nice block out there on the left-hand side. I couldn't see what number did the block, but there was just a nice block to get him into the end zone there.
So a minute 49 left to play in the opening quarter. Snap, kick, no good. It looked like it was partially blocked at the line. So a minute 49 left to play in the opening quarter. It's Mark Tree 6, Harrisburg nothing. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Our next prep football telecast will be next Friday night for Mississippi County. We'll be at Gosnell High School as the Pirates host the Rivercrest Hornets. Prep football on Tubetown, presented by Overseed.
7 plays, 3 minutes, 15 seconds, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown strike from Blake Daniels to Bailey Gilbert. Has the Indians out 6-0. And Mark Tree set to kick it away. Dylan Russell stands at his own 15. Not sure what that was. People running around, and now the kick is taken at about the 25. Bailey Weston returns it to the 34-yard line. Is going to be where it's spotted with a minute 42. Harrisburg set to put it in play. Hag wants to throw. Fires incomplete, intended for Dylan Russell. So 2nd and 10. And by my count, Harrisburg has run 6 plays, 7 plays, and only one of them has gone for positive yards, and that was a 1-yard run for Malik Versey. So the offense stalling tonight so far for Harrisburg. Hag fires, incomplete again.
Wide open.
Intended for number 81, Cade Condra. He had some snap on it though, Wes. He fired that football.
This is the third opportunity for third down for the Hornets. They're 0 for 2 for tonight.
$1:32 left to play. First quarter. Hag, 3-step drop being chased. Fires a screen pass, incomplete. That was intended for Versey. And a quick 4th down.
That took all of 11 seconds.
11-second drive. And Connor Hag is 0 for 5 tonight so far throwing the football. He's set to kick it away again. Almost blocked. Going to bounce at the 44 inside the 40. Down to the 35-yard line. 31-yard punt, no return. So now Harrisburg, or excuse me, Mark Tree will put it in play at their own 35. Now it looks like an I formation. So they've gone out of the spread most of the night, and now they run a I formation. And they give us to McGee up to about the 39-yard line. McGee's going to get 4 first down yards. Mark Tree has run 18 plays so far tonight to 9 for Harrisburg. So watch that on the defense in the second half.
Especially on that depth that we're talking.
McGee just about put it on the ground, stayed with it. Now, almost broke it out to the left for a big touchdown, but he's going to be stopped at the Harrisburg 48-yard line.
And he's coming up limping, Chris.
That's Cameron Mitchell, actually. 13 yards for Mitchell. He almost fumbled and almost broke it for a touchdown. Instead, wound up with 13 yards. First down at the 48. Handoff to Bailey Gilbert to the 46. That's a gain of 2. That'll bring up second down and 8. 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and they'll probably let the 10 seconds.
That's all it's going to be for this quarter.
That's going to. That will take us to the end of the first quarter. With your score, Mark Tree 6, Harrisburg nothing. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela
have a 6-0 lead. West, they pretty much dominated the first quarter.
Yeah, they pretty much did. Both offensive came out a little sluggish, a little slow at start. That last drive before this one that we're on right now, this current drive, is where the Indians made their strike. Some good passing that led into the rushing game there when they finally got it. And a big penalty there by the Hornets on a stop that caused a 1st and goal for the Indians.
That's a huge play in tonight's ball game so far. They would have been turnover on downs, and it would be no score right now. But it gave them a new life, and Mark Tree capitalized. Daniels, play action. Fires over the middle. It's complete to Griffin. 35-30. Down to the 25-yard line. That's 23 more yards. And Griffin so far has 4 catches for 61 yards in the first half. So keep an eye on D'Angelo Griffin here tonight. I formation. Daniels. Hands off to Gilbert. Has a hole left side. Big hole. Foot race. 10-5. Touchdown. Mark Tree. 25-yard run for Bailey Gilbert. That is his 2nd touchdown of the night. 1 rushing and 1 receiving. So Gilbert having a big night so far.
And he just ran right past. I was looking for blocks. He just ran past the Hornets defense there.
32 total yards and 2 touchdowns for Gilbert. 12-0 Mark Tree.
They're going for the 2-point conversion.
Chasing points, trying to get it to 14. Gilbert takes the snap. Jump pass. Incomplete. So looking for a little Timmy Tebow action here. 11 minutes, 42 seconds left to play here in the first half. It's 12-0 Mark Tree. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
Cable tomorrow. The Hogs play at 2:30 on Channel 9 as they go to Lubbock, Texas to play the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. The Red Wolves are heading to Miami to play the Hurricanes. That'll be on at 6 o'clock on ESPNU, Ritter Channel 125.
5 plays, a minute 39 on the Mark Tree drive, capped off by a 25-yard run by Bailey Gilbert. It is now 12-0 Mark Tree. And it's kicked, and ball is on the ground. Let's see.
Mark Tree's got it. He pointed to Mark Tree.
Mark Tree recovers the fumble at the 42-yard line.
Maybe that trickery with 2 or 3 people acting like they're going to kick it.
So first down at the 42, and we have a timeout. Mark Tree saw a little confusion, something they didn't like, so they're going to call timeout. We'll take it with them. 12-0 Mark Tree. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
12-0 Mark Tree. 11:32 to go here in the first half. Harrisburg now with 2 turnovers.
Hang on.
And Mark Tree looking to make Harrisburg pay as they are at the 42, 1st and 10. Gilbert hands off McGee and breaks a tackle. Woo-hoo! Number 49. Number 49, Joey McGill, after a 4-yard run, absolutely hammered McGee.
And that's how you teach tackling right there. That was a great form tackle by McGee. It's like he's got a trouble with his helmet, and he's going to have to come off because he took his helmet off.
Little equipment issue. So McGill will trot off. Versey comes in. So 6'5", 255 checks out. 6'1", 180 checks in. A little bit of a size differential there. First down. Or excuse me, second down, and a toss deep into the backfield to McGee, or excuse me, Gilbert. And he's dropped at the 46-yard line.
Nothing going there for McGee that time. Harrisburg had that one scouted.
A loss of 7 for Gilbert. So 3rd and long.
Some scores of very interest right now. Cedar Ridge has a 16-0 lead over Rector. Yeovil Summit is leading Salem 6-0 after 1. Riverview's got a 21-0 lead over Walnut Ridge.
Gilbert fires, intercepted! Condra intercepts one for the Hornets and brings it back to the 46-yard line. So the first Mark Tree turnover. So Daniels now throws his first interception of the night. And let's see if Harrisburg can get something going after the turnover. 10 minutes exactly left to play in the first half. Ball is on the 45-yard line, so good position, good starting position for the Hornets. Hag in the gun. 3-step drop. Going to fire deep downfield. He has a man. Incomplete. He had Russell, and Russell, there was nobody within 5 yards of him.
Just overthrew him just by a hair. And if you go back and look back here, Chris, he was rushed a little bit and got that ball as hard as he could to get it underway before he was about to get hit by the defender.
Number 17, Wade Lambright, checks into the game. He's the near receiver at the bottom of the screen. Showing blitz. They're coming after him. He rolls out. Hag gets away. Fires. Incomplete. Intended for Lambright. Good job that time by Hag to not take a sack and make it 3rd and 10.
And we got an injured Hornet.
And we have a Hornet down on the field. Don't have the number, so we won't speculate. Like it might be a lineman.
Tonight's telecast is brought to you in part by Armor Seed, quality soybean, corn, wheat, and rice seed for Northeast Arkansas farmers. Start strong, plant Armor with Armor Seed.
Yeah, he's not even moving. 70-something.
I can see the young man moving his legs. Well, that's a good sign, but they're not attempting to get him up.
No, not
Not
whatsoever.
sure what.
I want to say it's 72, but I'm not sure.
Hate to speculate on the number. We can't get a clear shot of the number, so we don't want to give out any false information.
Oh, they're asking for break.
So while we have an injured man on the field, we're going to step away. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more action. Mark Tree 12, Harrisburg nothing, 9:45 left in the first half. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
Number 72, Robert Hassenplug, 5'10", 230-pounder, was the injured Hornet, but he did walk off under his own power, so that's good news. He goes to the Harrisburg sideline, and we'll try to get a word and see if we can get exactly what the young man's condition is. So 3rd and 10 at the 45. And a handoff to Versey. Spins, still on his feet, inside Mark Tree territory. So a nice gain for Versey up to the 48-yard line of Mark Tree.
So do you go for it 4th down, Chris?
4th and 3, I think you about have to. And they are going to go for it, looks like. So 4th and 3 at the 43. Hag fires out in the flat, incomplete again. Intended for Dylan Russell, and Connor Hag is 0 for 8 so far throwing the football.
You got to wonder if that was some of the issues last week in that big loss to Cross County. Get a drive going, then can't make a completion.
9:02 left to play in the first half. Mark Tree will put it in play at their own 48-yard line. Gilbert to Lott. Inside handoff, number 22, Jaleel Lott. And he gets to the 47 of Harrisburg. That's a 5-yard gain.
Daniels, except for that interception, hasn't played a bad game at quarterback here tonight for the Indians at all.
Gilbert is 6 out of 13 throwing the football, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Daniels, excuse me, not Gilbert. Daniels gives to Gilbert. And he's going to get to about the 45. That's a gain of 2 for Gilbert.
Another 3rd down, but at least a more manageable 3rd down than they had to begin the ball game with when we had 2 3rd and longs.
3rd down and 2. Stay with us at halftime, folks. We'll have some scores from around the area, some stats, and a special interview that you won't want to miss. That's what we call a tease in the business, Wes.
That's what we call a tease. Here come the Indians, who are 1 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight.
3rd down and about 2.5. Daniels puts it on the ground. Griffin will just fall on it. And a big loss all the way back to the Mark Tree 43-yard line. So An 11-yard loss. We'll give it to Griffin. And Mark Tree will have to punt it away. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Tevin McGee standing at his own 30 to punt it away. Dylan Russell standing at his own 21, set to receive. Nice kick. Bounces at the 31. A bit of a Mark Tree roll to about the 28-yard line. A little extracurricular activity going on there. .29-yard punt, no return.
Find Tubetown on Twitter. We're at Tubetown21. Let us know where you're watching the game from using the hashtag HHS versus MT. We could read your tweets tonight.
Anybody out there tonight watching Tubetown Prep High School football, tell us how good of a job that West Cisco is doing on the commentary. Fake to Versey as Hag keeps it across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Looks like about a 3-yard gain for Hag. 2nd and 7. Hag in the gun. 3-step drop. Fires deep middle, and it is caught. Oh, and dropped by Russell.
How many?
My goodness, right in his hands. He had it. He tried to run before he had it, though.
How many times are these Hornet receivers going to drop easy passes that are right in their hands?
0 for 9 is Connor Hag now. And that's about the 5th drop.
And here comes another big third down. They're 0 for 4 on third down conversions.
That's not a very successful conversion rate, Wes. That's 0.
Even your Rector math could do that, couldn't it?
3rd down and 7. Hag to throw again. Deep middle. And it is in. Did he intercept it? No, it hit the ground.
Nobody open. Threw it too short. The only person that was going to get that would have been Octavius Dean for the Indians.
That's good coverage by Dean. Well, Hag was hit when he was getting ready to throw, too. His protection broke down. And you can see the frustration right now on Connor Hag. He's walking around with his hands on his hip, looking around. He is clearly frustrated right now. I don't know that I've ever seen a quarterback start out 0 for 10. Hag kicks a 27 hopper. And it'll bounce to the 40 of Mark Tree, and it'll be put in play from there. 28-yard punt, no return. 5:38 left to play in the first half.
DVD copies of this game will be available for purchase. Log on to www.tubetownonline.com. Click on Purchase DVDs.
No matter where you live, we will get you a DVD if you want one. And now we have a timeout taken by Mark Tree. We'll step aside. 5:38 left to play in the opening half. Mark Tree 12, Harrisburg nothing. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
For the complete schedule of prep football in Tubetown, log on to our website, www.tubetownonline.com. Full schedule is on the homepage. You can also order your DVD copies of all of our high school sports programming.
5:38 left to play, second quarter. The Indians of Mark Tree 12, the Hornets of Harrisburg 0. And the Indians will put it in play. First down. Daniels. Three-step drop, fires over the middle, and is intercepted again by Dylan Russell. He may take it to the house. Nope, he's going to be knocked out by Tevin McGee, and that looked like a poor read, Wes. He threw it right to him.
Threw it right to him. I don't know if a receiver missed where he was supposed to go, or if Daniels just was trying to throw it away and threw it that way.
Second interception thrown by Daniels tonight, and now Harrisburg, yet another opportunity here as they are deep inside Mark Tree territory at the 23-yard line after the interception by Russell. And Harrisburg's going to have to convert one of these turnovers.
Yeah, if they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to.
Hag, handoff, Versey has a nice hole, kicks it to the outside and trips and falls as he gets inside the 20. Down to the 19-yard line. So that's a 5-yard gain for Versey. Positive yards there. And now it's a second and manageable situation.
Look at the big fullback out there, Chris. Joey McGill. Out there, number 49. You would think they would just run it behind him and let him just go block.
Or a screen pass out in the flat and let him go against these 5'10", 5'11" defensive backs. There's a size mismatch there. See if they exploit it. Give to Versey. And not much there at all.
They were doing that with McGill. Versey cut back, though, and ran into 3 Indians instead of following his blocker.
Versey actually lost a yard back to the 20. So third down and 6.
McGill, 6'5" fullback. That is a mismatch in high school football.
255 pounds. Hag throws incomplete again. Intended for Dylan Russell. And 4th and 6. And let's see. We have a timeout on the field. 3:58 left to play in the first half. 12-0 Mark Tree. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
We'd like to thank our great sponsors who've made tonight's telecast possible. Armor Seed, Farmers Bank and Trust, and Eye Care Truman. If you're interested in sponsoring any of our live prep sports, football, basketball, or baseball, please call Marcus Carlton at 336-2318.
So 4th and 6, ball is at the 20, just inside the Mark Tree 20. And Harrisburg will go for it. Connor Hag 0 for 11 throwing the football. But to be fair to Connor Hag, about 6 of them have been drops.
Yes. When they're right in your hands, there's nothing the quarterback can do after that. Hag
to throw, 3-step drop, fires, and it is caught And there's a late flag, too. That may be roughing the passer.
I think that's going to be.
It looked like there's enough for the first down on the near side. We'll have to see. Looks like the ball is spotted inside the chain. Personal foul against Mark Tree. So either way, it will be a first down. I believe the penalty would be the better of the two outcomes. It would be half the distance that was. It may be it's going to be tacked on after the first down completion
Because it's a personal foul.
So a 7-yard completion to Russell. First pass completion. And it will set up first and goal at the 6. And we have whistles.
Encroachment, or was he drawn off? False start.
False start against the Hornets. So that'll back up to the 11-yard line. It'll still be first and goal. First down of the night on that last play by Harrisburg. That's their first third down conversion. Actually, it was a fourth down conversion. Hag gives to Versey, looking for running room, going to try to go outside, cuts it back inside the 10, and he's met by a tribe of Indians as he gets down to the 4-yard line. So a gain of 7 for Versey.
Looked like there was a blocker over here that went toward inside the end zone as Versey started coming towards him. Instead of keeping the block, he let go of the block and went towards the end zone.
3 minutes remaining.
So second and goal. Ball just inside the 5. 2:45 left to play in the opening half.
And we
And
got a
another
delay
flag.
of game.
Play clock went to 0. Delay of game, so that negates the 5-yard run for Versey. And it'll go back to the 10-yard line.
Mental mistakes, Chris. You've got a drive going. You've got second go from a 5, and now your second go from the 10. Each team has one timeout remaining in this half.
Second and goal. And now Mark Tree's going to give it right back to him as like 51. Ricky Harmon was trying to come in on a blitz and got a little too quick. So now second and goal back at the 5. Hag gives to Versey, cuts it inside, and let's see.
I see a touchdown indicator over here on
We do have a near side official signaling for the touchdown. So touchdown Harrisburg. Malik Versey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And after all this, after Mark Tree dominating this first half, with 2:20 to go in the first half, it's just a 12-6 ball game. That does not bode well for Mark Tree.
No.
They are letting Harrisburg hang around. And number 56, Walker Hammond for the point after. And it is high and good. That one's going to bring rain, folks, but it went through. It went through. It's good from 20, maybe not 25. 2:20 left to play in the first half. 12-7. Mark Tree, you're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock, it's on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
2:20 left to play in the opening half. 12-7. Mark Tree with the lead as Harrisburg has gotten back into the game now. And Walker Hammond is setting it up on the tee. Cameron Mitchell is back deep for the Mark Tree Indians as he stands at his 15. And that kick is going to be fielded at the 46-yard line. So outstanding field position for the Mark Tree Indians. 2:17 and a timeout left. Looked like he kicked that off the side of his foot.
Have you noticed that neither one of these are kicking very deep? They're trying pooch kicks and onside kicks and everything.
That almost looked like an onside kick, but I don't believe that was the intent. So now we have 3 receivers set. Blake Daniels hands off McGee, breaks the tackle but won't get past Joey McGill. And that's going to be actually a loss of about 3 for McGee. Say that 10 times real fast. McGill tackles McGee.
For a loss of 3.
Second and 13 at the 44. 4 receivers in the set. Daniels, little screen pass complete. Nice block in the boundary. Looking for more blocks, and he will get to about the 49-yard line. So 5-yard completion to Bailey Gilbert. So still third and fairly long, 3rd and 8 with 1:15 left. And Mark Tree 1 out of 5 on 3rd downs, and what happens on this play may determine whether somebody takes a timeout or not. Gilbert to Griffin, looking for running room. Missed tackle inside the 40, and that's a first down. Nice play to D'Angelo Griffin to the 37-yard line. 14 yards for Griffin.
Good job by Griffin reading the defense there, not getting a little overzealous, and finding the hole there to get a first down for the Indians.
5 catches, 75 yards for Griffin unofficially right now. So he's looking for a 100-yard receiving game, which is something you don't see a whole lot of in Northeast Arkansas high school football. Gilbert fires over the middle, is incomplete, and looks like there's going to be a late hit.
Yep, we're going to have a roughing the passer on Harrisburg.
Number 58. I don't have a 58 for Harrisburg.
I don't have that either.
Looked like he got there too late, and that's going to be 15 yards. And now Mark Tree is set up at the 23-yard line, 22-yard line of Harrisburg. 37 seconds left and a timeout. Plenty of time to go 22 yards. So Mark Tree looking to answer and go into intermission. And now we have a timeout taken by Harrisburg. 34 seconds left to play in the opening half. 12-7 Mark Tree. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Look here, Jamie.
Chris Benson and West Cisco back at Don Lovell Memorial Field in Mark Tree. 34 seconds left to play in the first half, and it's 12-7 Mark Tree, and they are driving deep in Harrisburg territory at the 23-yard line, looking to answer the Harrisburg touchdown. Daniels, three-step drop, fires out in the flat, incomplete, intended for McGee. 17 passes in the first half for Blake Daniels. That's a pretty good amount for high school football.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of games where you won't even come close to 17 passes by both teams combined in a whole game.
Last week. Remember, folks, next week we're going to be at the pirate ship, Gosnell.
Arr, matey.
As they host the Rivercrest Colts.
Second and 10, Daniels, five-step drop being chased out of the pocket. We have a flag. He's going to keep it inside the 20, 15, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. That's close to first down territory, but we have a flag in the area of holding. So let's see.
And it was thrown by the referee himself.
And indeed it is a hold against the Mark Tree Indians. So
that's
a spot foul, too.
Spot foul, 10 yards from the spot.
The ball was put in play at the
that definitely gets them out of
23-yard line, and they're backing it all the way up to the 41. So that's a 18-yard penalty in effect. Almost 19 yards, and that's going to be second and
forever.
Second in Poinsett County. Second and
our stat man over here, Zap, said second and 24.
And an end around to Griffin, and he's going to get inside the 35 to about the 33. So 8 yards for Griffin.
Mark Tree is calling their final timeout.
And Mark Tree will call their final timeout with 13 seconds. We're going to keep it here as we're only 13 seconds from intermission. 12-7 is your score. Mark Tree leads it. And
it's been
not much action in the first quarter, but the action is picked up here in the second.
It's been an interesting game, Chris. The way, neither team is really throwing the ball that well. The running game is spotty, but what's killing both teams is the penalties, because you had a personal foul down here that got them into the end zone, and then you're also looking at the third down conversions. Harrisburg is 0 for 6, Mark Tree 2 for 6. The penalties, Mark Tree has 5 penalties for 53 yards, Harrisburg 4 for 30, and we're not even at halftime yet.
It is early in the season. It's week 2. You hope that as you get into week 4 and 5 and in the middle of your schedule that calms down and you're playing relatively penalty-free football. Daniels wants to throw, fires, complete to Dean at the 25 to the 20. Inside the 15 down to about the 12, and that should be first down yardage.
They're looking at they're saying first down. 7 seconds left on the clock.
So that will stop the clock. 21 yards on the completion to Dean. Gilbert fires incomplete, intended for Bailey Gilbert.
Caleb Contra thought he had it as a interception. The officials say no.
So second down at the 13-yard line, and this will have to go into the end zone, or not. This is Griffin. He may get to the end zone, though. He breaks a tackle, and he is in for the touchdown. 13-yard pass on a little swing pass to Griffin. His first touchdown of the night. And the second touchdown toss by Blake Daniels. And
they're going for 2 again.
They're going to go for 2. It is 18-7. So a big touchdown going into intermission. Pass complete to Gilbert, breaks a tackle, and he's not going to get in. So that will take us to the half. 7 plays, 217, 50 yards, capped by a 13-yard touchdown toss from Blake Daniels to D'Angelo Griffin, and we are at the half with the score. Mark Tree 18, Harrisburg 7. We'll be back right after these messages. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
Well, I don't know nothing about boxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
Story at the top of the formation. Handoff goes to Kraft around the right side inside the 20. Still on his feet down to about the 15-yard. And the give to Kraft. He breaks free into the end zone. Touchdown, Thomas Kraft. 9-yard run for Thomas Kraft. McFadden gives to Banda, and he is in for the touchdown. 5-yard run for Cody Banda. And the throw is McFadden. He has a receiver, and it is caught for the touchdown. Kenny McFadden to Keyshawn Gillespie. 34 yards for the TD, and it's 20-0 West Side. McFadden gives to Carr. Has a nice hold. 15, 10, 5, and he will walk in untouched. Michael Carr, a 22-yard touchdown run, and it is now 27-0 in favor of West Side. 3rd and goal. Give is to Kraft. Banging ahead, and he is in for the touchdown. Thomas Kraft, a 3-yard plunge, his second TD of the night. 3rd and 6. Gives to Smith, breaks a tackle. Pursuit coming, and breaks another tackle, and he is going to go. Let's see. Touchdown, West Side. 11-yard TD run for Demarius Smith. Chris Benson back at Don Lovell Memorial Field in Mark Tree. 18-7 Mark Tree is your halftime score, and we have a very special interview here tonight on Tubetown, Arkansas High School Prep Football. I'm joined by Brian Ward, and we're talking about Operation Tucker Freedom. And Brian, it looks like Tucker has an MPS. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but tell us a little bit about MPS, the condition, and what all it entails.
Okay. It's called mucopolysaccharidosis. It's one of many disorders in a family of lysosomal storage disorders. So basically what it means is that his body lacks an enzyme that ordinarily breaks saccharide chains down in his body. And so the cells become polluted in his body over time, and eventually attacks the joints and major organs, and eventually is a terminal illness. So basically what Operation Tucker Freedom is a group of family and friends of Tucker and ours that has bonded together to start this not-for-profit organization to do fundraising to try to raise funds toward the research. There is a drug in trial stages right now that could potentially stop this disorder and also reverse some of the effects that the disorder causes. And so obviously if that's our only hope, that's our primary mission right now.
Sure. And as my notes say here, it's seen in about 1 in 70,000 births.
Right. And it's one of those disorders that most people don't diagnose it early because most children start developing normally, quote unquote normally, up until about the age of 1 or 2, and then after that they start seeing decline in cognitive ability and skills that children start to develop normally, and then they just start sloughing off. And so like with our situation with Tucker, when that started to occur, we had no idea what was going on, and we just started seeing specialist after specialist trying to figure out what was going on until I guess he was 5.5 when we finally got the diagnosis. And needless to say, it kind of brought us to our knees.
I can imagine. As a father of 2 children myself, it's my deepest sympathies go out to you and your family. And how old is Tucker now?
Tucker will be 7 October the 11th.
So he's had it for about a year and a half. And
right, that's how long we've known about it. And so we've just been fundraising the last few months. And our fundraising efforts have been very beneficial at this point. We've raised a pretty good chunk of money, but this Tucker Fest that we have coming up on October the 11th, which is actually Tucker's birthday, it'll be his 7th birthday, that'll be a Saturday, and we're doing it at Arkansas State University in Jonesboro on campus there, just west of the Red Wolves Stadium. And so we'd like to invite everybody to come out. It's going to be a family-friendly event with live music. We're bringing Lauren Gray in from Hollywood, one of the American Idol finalists, to come in and play for us, as well as several other talented local bands. And there'll be games and events and vendors and crafts and arts and things geared toward kids and families, and just an outdoor festival and hopefully fun for everybody.
Hopefully we'll have good weather for that where people can turn out too. And you said there's no specific treatment right now, but they are trying to get a drug that can
Abena Therapeutics is a company in Columbus, Ohio that works with Nationwide Children's Hospital, and they actually have a drug study that has passed the animal trials. And so right now they're going before the FDA to try to get approval to push this drug to the human studies. And so last word I got from the representative at Abena was that they think by spring of this next year that they should have the drug trials began. And so that's what we're doing. All these families of these children with MPS are bonding together and trying to raise funds independently to send to this pharmaceutical company to help make sure that this research and this drug study takes place.
Okay, so if you could tell us a little bit more, besides this fundraiser that you're having at ASU, where can somebody go, maybe online or send any kind of money anywhere to help out Tucker's cause?
Well, we have, like I said, we're a not-for-profit 501c3, so none of the funds come to our family. None of them go specifically to Tucker. It's all about raising it to try to help all of these children that have this disorder. But we're doing it in Tucker's honor, because without this funding, without this research, there's no treatment for Tucker. So this is the only hope we have. They can visit us on Facebook at Tucker Freedom, and we also have a website at www.operationtuckerfreedom.com. We appreciate any and all help that we get from folks.
And thank you. Where does Tucker go to get his treatment? Does he go to Memphis or?
Well, if he gets accepted in the study and the study gets FDA approval, which, I mean, at this point he's not getting any treatment because there is no treatment available.
Okay.
But these children would go to their primary care. So like Tucker sees a nurse practitioner in Jonesboro for his primary care, and so either she would be able to provide the medications to him once the drug study is initiated, or he would go to Children's Hospital in Little Rock. He would have to take several trips, or we would have to take several trips with him to Columbus, Ohio, to the Nationwide Children's Hospital in the interim, just until the drug study was up and going. But all the treatments would be done here locally. So he attends Westside School, and all of the therapy and all of that is performed there at the school. And it's nice having an international disorder like this, that people all around the world, if you research it, I mean, there's people in every corner of the world who have children that are affected by this disorder. It's not just local to the United States. And so it's nice to see that there are people all around the world that are just frantic trying to save their kids' lives.
Sure.
And so we're desperate for help, and anything that people can do to help raise awareness, get the word out there. That's the best gift that anybody can give us right now. Just help us with our fundraising efforts and help get the word out there.
Folks, let's get out there and let's help Tucker. And Brian, I thank you for your time. Thank you for coming up here, explaining a little more about this. I know a lot of people probably do not know about this disease, so we're trying to raise a lot of awareness, and let's get out there and support Operation Tucker Freedom. And Brian, our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Thank you.
We are hoping for the best for you and your family.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing everybody on October the 11th at Arkansas State University for Tucker Fest.
All right, and now we're going to bring in Bobby Ferris. She is a counselor, and she has helped to organize. As Bobby joins us, she has helped to organize part of this Operation Tucker Freedom. And could you just tell us a little bit about what you're doing and how we can help with what you're doing with Tucker?
Yes, one of my goals for our students at school is to get them more involved in community service. And it just so happens that Tucker's related to one of the seniors that we have at Mark Tree High School this year, and we thought it would be a good idea to see what we could to jump on board to help them raise money and support his cause. He's such a sweet little boy, and so we kind of came up with the idea of having the tailgate tonight and feeding
how's
people.
that turning out? Quite a few people coming over to
We had an excellent turnout. There were tons of people there from 4:30 until 6:30 till we started getting ready for the ball game. I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and thank people because we took donations for food and supplies for the tailgates. I want to thank Bill's and Fred's and Mark Tree for their generous donations. Thank a couple of people, Rachel Pitts and Heather Lucas for helping Miss Cindy Pitts set up everything, get everything organized. Thank my senior class for showing up and helping and spreading the word. They were out recruiting people to come and give donations, and also the Mark Tree Senior High cheerleaders for everything that they've done. And also thank everybody who purchased a raffle ticket tonight to help the cause. So thanks for supporting us and supporting Tucker.
Will there be any more tailgates at any more football games this year or anything like that? What else do we have besides what Mr. Ward was talking about on October 11th? Do we have any more fundraisers at any local sites that we can talk about?
We're thinking about doing another tailgate at another football game later in the year, another big game. We certainly are wanting to do that.
All right, very good. That's Bobby Ferris. She's with the Operation Tucker Freedom as well. And let's get out there and
Oh, one last thing.
Okay.
I forgot. If you didn't get a chance to make a donation and you'd like to tonight, you can go to www.operationtuckerfreedom.com and make a donation on that site. Anything that you can give, they would much appreciate.
Okay, very good. That's Operation Tucker Freedom, or his Facebook page, Tucker Freedom. And let's get out there and spread the awareness of this horrible disease and get some more awareness and try to raise some money and everybody be good neighbors, and let's try to help out this cause. Thank you, Bobby, for joining us. We're going to step away for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more of the halftime show from here at Mark Tree. 18-7, Mark Tree with the lead over Harrisburg. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
For more than 20 years, we've been gathering, supporting, battling, remembering, celebrating, and racing. This year, our race includes the men who have stood behind us and walked beside us. Join us Saturday, October 4th in downtown Little Rock for the statewide Arkansas Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Move, be moved.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year because she's in foster care, because her father abused her, and her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
Chris Benson, West Cisco back. We're at the half. 18-7. The Mark Tree Indians looking to go 2-0 on the year with the lead over the Harrisburg Hornets. And we got some halftime stats we're going to pop up on the screen for you and talk about as Mark Tree pretty much dominated the first half tonight, Wes. A lot of passes for Mark Tree. They threw 20 passes, completed 12 out of 20, 132 yards and a couple of touchdowns. And you see Harrisburg just 1 of 12 for 7 yards. So big difference there. Rushing attacks pretty similar. Harrisburg 10 for 16, Mark Tree 17 for 19. Joey McGill had a big first half. Six tackles, a sack, and 1 TFL. That's a tackle for a loss. Penalties, quite a bit. Harrisburg 4 for 30. Mark Tree 5 for 53. Third downs, Harrisburg Nada, 0 for 6. Mark Tree, 3 out of 7. What do you make of those stats there, Wes?
What I make of those stats is, once again, we were talking about the Harrisburg passing. The wide receivers are just dropping balls. That number is skewed because of that. The rushing attempts is about the same. Penalty yards, that's why you play these early non-conference games, getting ready for conference, because hopefully, like you said, by the time conference schedule rolls around, those will be worked out. Third downs, Harrisburg's got to find a way to make some third downs in the second half. They were only down by 6 until that last drive, and they let that touchdown go. So, I mean, you've got to learn how to do that.
Big touchdown by Mark Tree as they went into the break. They scored with no time left on the clock, and what had looked like Harrisburg getting some momentum now. Mark Tree with the momentum as you go into the half, and we have a few local scores of interest.
Local scores of interest here. Conway is up 21-7 over the Golden Hurricane of Jonesboro. Nelton's leading Marion 29-18. Batesville's got a 21-7 lead over Searcy. Riverview's leading is beating right now Walnut Ridge 36-6. Wynn is 41-0 over Rosa Fort, Mississippi.
That is 105-7. They have outscored their opponents in 6 quarters.
In a close game, Mountain View is got a 2-point lead over Brooklyn, 22-20. EPC has got a 36-14 lead over Corning. Here's another one, Rivercrest. We got them next week. They're up 7-6 over the Earl Bulldogs. Blyville is leading 13-8 over Oklahoma. I'm not sure what state they're from. They're not from Arkansas. And the Truman Wildcats have a 27-0 lead over the Manila Lions.
And Manila has now been outscored 67-0 so far on the year. Remember, last week, in some of our notes, Brandon talked about how Manila was outscored 490-26 last year, and you really begin to feel sorry for some of those kids. As you know, they're giving 110%, and it's just not happening for them right now. They've put 2 minutes of extra 3 minutes of time back up on the clock here before halftime, so we're going to step away and pay a couple of bills, and when we come back, we will have the second half kickoff. 18-7 is your halftime score in favor of the Mark Tree Indians. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
For more than 20 years, we've been gathering, supporting, battling, remembering, celebrating, and racing. This year, our race includes the men who have stood behind us and walked beside us. Join us Saturday, October 4th in downtown Little Rock for the statewide Arkansas Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Move, be moved.
Chris Benson, West Cisco, back here at Don Lovell Memorial Field in Harrisburg, in Mark Tree. Wow. If we were in Harrisburg, we wouldn't be seeing much, Wes.
I've never been to the field out there.
Anyway, it's 18-7, Mark Tree. As we get ready to start the second half, I believe Mark Tree got the ball to start. Yes, they did. Mark Tree got the ball to start the first half, so they will kick it off to start half number 2.
Remember, folks, if you want to watch some more pigskin action, tune in to Ritter Cable tomorrow at 2:30 as the Arkansas Razorbacks go to Lubbock to play the Red Raiders of Texas Tech on Ritter Cable Channel 9, KAIT. And the Arkansas State Red Wolves will be in action on ESPNU, taking on the Miami Hurricane at 6 o'clock. That is on Ritter Channel 125.
I don't think the outcome of tomorrow's Razorback game will resemble anything like the last week's.
No, me either. Here's what I think about this one. Arkansas can't stop the pass. Texas Tech can't stop the run. Who's going to have the ball last will win that ball game.
Turnovers. Take care of the football. Anybody that turns it over is going to be in deep trouble in tomorrow's game.
Having a little trouble with keeping the ball on the tee.
And there's the kick, and it will be jumped on by number 83. That is Dalton Smith as he recovers the... I don't think it was intended to be onside, but it was, in effect, it was an onside kick. So great field position for the Harrisburg Hornets as we start quarter number 3. Inside Mark Tree territory at the 49-yard line. Hag hands off to Versey. Going to stick it outside now, cuts it back inside. Looked like he wanted to maybe get toward the sidelines. That was bottled up. Cut it back inside, went north and south, and got to the 43-yard line. So 6 yards on first down for Versey. And that'll bring up second down and 4. Hag fakes the handoff, keeps himself first down and more inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. So Hag, 13 yards on the keep.
That was some good blocking there on the outside there to get him about an extra 5 yards there, Chris.
So a first down. And Harrisburg moving the football early here in quarter number 3. 31-yard line. 3 receivers set. Handoff. Nope, faked it. Kept it. Breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet, and he's got a big gain all the way down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. 18 yards for Hag.
I'm telling you, that was a great fake. That got every Indian defender there going for the running back, and the quarterback keeper got out big time.
Zone read option. That's the new fad in football nowadays. A lot of teams are using that. First down.
They're bringing McGill back in as the fullback again.
And the give is to Versey. He avoids his own man, and we have a flag coming in at the end of the play. As Versey gets down to the 10. But let's see what the infraction is about. Face mask against the Indians, so that'll be an automatic first down. Just have to see how many yards they mark it off.
I would think.
They may just take the penalty here. It'd still just be half the distance from where they're from. So the net result of the play is about a positive 8 yards for Harrisburg as they take the penalty. And now it's 1st and goal at the 8 with 10:07 left to play in the third. Harrisburg on the march. Hag gives to the big fullback McGill, dragging tacklers, and he is in for the touchdown. Joey McGill with his first carry of the night. It's an 8-yard touchdown run. And Harrisburg is right back into this game. It's now 18-13. And you have to wonder if Mark Tree, chasing points tonight after missing that PAT and going for 2 several times, that may have something to do with the outcome of tonight's game.
And you knew McGill was going to get it at some time.
Had to. 6'5", 255, you got to get him the pigskin sometime. They've been setting that up the whole game. Good snap. And the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed wide to the left. So with 10:01 left to play in the third quarter, your score, Mark Tree 18, Harrisburg 13. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
Five plays, 49 yards, a minute and 38 seconds, capped off by an 8-yard touchdown run by Joey McGill. Has Harrisburg right back into this game. It's 18-13 as the point after try was no good. And Walker Hammond tees it up. And ready to kick it away. And that's not going to go the full 10 yards. So a penalty flag as that one does not go the full 10 yards. That looked like an intended onside kick that time, though.
Yeah.
So now Mark Tree will get the ball in Harrisburg territory at the 48.5.
You got to wonder why not go ahead and kick it, because you're giving them great field position here. The kicker's leg's just not that strong.
Hand off to McGee, and he gets to about the 45, and there's a ball loose on the ground. Let's see.
What are they going to say?
Are they whistling him down?
Second down. Well, he keeps.
No, they're going to call. They're going to call McGee down. So
they're going to call him down, but he keeps pointing like it's a first down. It should be a second down.
3-yard gain for McGee. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. I didn't see. Oh, now we have a flag. Looked like there may be some chirping going on.
I think it's going to be a sideline.
Is it a sideline warning possibly, or unsportsmanlike conduct? What?
Coach Davis over there pleading his case, going, hey, we had the ball. He wasn't down yet. So what's the flag? Is it going to be against a Harrisburg player then, since he didn't show sideline warning?
He hasn't given any indication yet that I've seen, so I don't know what the...
The umpire's the one that threw the flag. Yeah, they're just calling it unsportsmanlike against a Harrisburg player.
So unsportsmanlike conduct. Somebody must have said the magic word. Whatever the magic word is.
Oh, there's plenty. As a basketball official, I can tell you, there's plenty of magic words out there.
That'll take it down to about the 31-yard line. So first down, Mark Tree.
And Harrisburg's coaches are still on the white hat referee.
Handoff. And that may have fired up the Harrisburg defense as number 56, Walker Hammond, shot across the line like he was shot out of a cannon. And Bailey Gilbert's going to be hit for a 3-yard loss. He fired off the football that time. Walker Hammond, 6'1", 250. That's pretty good size.
You gotta wonder how many of these Hornets are gonna play basketball this year. 6'5", 6'1", they could have a heck of a front line.
Second down and 13. Daniels straight drop. Now he's rolling to his right. Fires into the flat. Incomplete. Overshot his receiver, which was Octavius Dean.
He was throwing that in the way because he was getting pressured. That was a good throwaway by Daniels.
So third down and long. But you have to think this is 4-down territory. Doesn't do much good if you have fourth down to punt from the 33-yard line. You're not really going to gain a whole lot.
Unless you do one of those pooch kicks
You
and
could
try to get
that.
it inside the
You could try
inside
that.
the 10. That's the only thing you could try to do in this situation.
Mark Tree going to go out of the spread here on third and 13, and we have, looks like movement up front.
I would say be movement since they went ahead and blew it dead.
Looked like Terry Carter raised up out of his stance a little too early, but we'll see. And it is a false start. Looked like Terry Carter, the right tackle, raised up out of his stance a little too quick.
So that's going to make it third and long, third and 15. Seventh penalty for 66 yards against the Indians tonight.
It's adding up. Third down. That's a hold, and they didn't call it, and it fires incomplete. Arizona Sharp was being dragged by his jersey. I saw it.
I saw it. You know, I'm not a football official. I'll tell you that right now, but I saw that jersey being held.
It was left hand full of jersey and spun him. I don't know how that one was missed. I saw that one. Fourth down, and now Mark Tree will punt it since they're back near the 40. Russell standing at his own 15. Set to return.
Another high snap.
And Russell's going to let it bounce. Oh, that's going to take a good Mark Tree roll inside the 10-yard line. So Harrisburg will be pinned deep. Let's see where they spot it. About the 6-yard line. They're just outside the 5.
At the 6.
So
Zap's right on top of it tonight. He's telling me right on the 6.
First down at the 6. 94 yards from pay dirt. 9:21 left to play in the third quarter. As Harrisburg scored on its opening drive of the third quarter to get within 5, and now Hagg's going to keep it again. And he's going to get 3 yards up to the 9 for Connor Hagg. Five carries, 26 yards for Hagg. Second down and 7. This is where you have to be really precise if you're going to go out of the shotgun with the snaps.
4 on the snap.
Good clock. Snap. And he's going to air it out deep down the middle, and it is overthrown. And now a flag comes in late. I'm not sure that was a catchable ball, Wes. That looked like it was 7 or 8 yards
The
over.
only thing I could think of, it was over his head. The only thing I could think of is maybe if he was held. I don't think you're going to do a pass interference on that. But hands in the back.
And now Waylon Dunn's giving the official the business.
He just threw his hat over and.
I got to wonder, Wes, how much of that possibly, don't know, just speculating here, could be a makeup call for the hold that was blatantly missed right here.
But it was on the other side of the field. The same official wasn't calling it. I don't think one official would do it on, because you had the side judge over here instead of over on the other side. Just my speculation.
It's a 15-yard penalty up to the 24-yard line, so that gets them out of the shadows of the end zones. And it's 1st and 10 with 8:31 left to play in the third quarter. Hag gives to Versey. And he's across the 25 to the 26. That's 2 yards for Versey. 10 carries, 28 yards for Versey tonight. 2nd and 8 at the 26. Joey McGill is back in the game, the big fullback.
Better hurry and get
I gotta believe you got to get the ball in his hands more than one time tonight. Somehow. Handoff, Versey makes a tackle, miss, 35-40. And a nice pickup, a first down for Versey out to the 43.
McGill made that play on that block.
16 yards for Versey and a first down. And Harrisburg's offense starting to get some rhythm now, Wes. It's Mark Tree on their heels here in the third quarter.
Harrisburg's looking for their first lead of the game.
McGill checks out. Number 17, Wade Lambright checks in. First down. Hag to throw. Complete. To Russell at the 45, down to about the Mark Tree 43. 14 yards to Dylan Russell.
And Russell, with that catch right there, he's had 2 in his hands in the first half. He made sure he saw that one coming all the way in, and then he ran with it for the first down for the Hornets.
So after 11 straight incompletions to start the game for Hag, he now has 2 straight completions. 1st and 10 at the 43. 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Harrisburg moving the football. Handoff Versey inside the 40. Flag on the play. Down to the 37, but let's see what the call is on the flag. That's in the area of holding or chop block or some kind of infraction.
He's pointing towards Harrisburg.
That way.
It will be a hold.
So a hold against the Hornets. So that negates a 6-yard gain and turns it into a 6-yard loss. So in effect a 12-yard penalty. And it'll be first down and 16 at the Mark Tree 49. They need to the 33 is the line to gain. Time to throw. Fires incomplete. Intended for 81 Condra. Led him just a little too much. Of outstanding effort by Condra as he tried to dive and make the catch.
Yeah, like you said, he just let him just a little too much there. So that brings down 2nd and long.
2nd and 16 for the Hornets. Look out, pressure, flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left. Tried to square, loses the football, and it is picked up by Mark Tree. So 42-yard line is where Mark Tree will put it in play.
Sometimes it's better not to try to do that spin move and just go on down.
He looked like he was trying to square his shoulders and throw the football, and by that time McGee caught up to him and got the fumble, forced a fumble and picked it up. Now handoff to Bailey Gilbert. He's to the 38. That's a gain of 4.
Come on, fans, let's make some noise for your Indians right here. Come on.
Second down and 6 at the 38. Handoff to Gilbert, and he doesn't have much running room there. 56, Walker Hammond. 58, don't have 58 on my roster. No gain for Bailey Gilbert.
National Scouting Report. The nation's oldest scouting organization is naming a Ritter Communications Underclassman of the Week. Go to Twitter and like Larry Perrin, or on Facebook, Larry Perrin NSR.
Hand off to Griffin, and he's not going to get much. As the ball is going to be spotted at the 37-yard line, so Griffin gets 1 yard. And 4th and 6. So Mark Tree couldn't make much out of the turn. Well, they're going to go for it.
And they're 1 for 1 tonight, going for it on 4th down. You think as well as they got it down inside the 10 a while ago, they would try that again.
Oh, and somebody jumped for Harrisburg.
But that's only a 5-yard penalty. Still going to be 4th down, though.
Good hard count there, but that's going to make it a lot easier to try to get, as it's going to be now 4th down and 2 instead of 4th and 7, as the ball will be spotted at the 33. 4:07 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
That's Harrisburg's 7th penalty. They have 62 yards of penalties.
Gilbert wants to throw. He's rolling out. Picks up an outstanding block. Frees him to the 30. 25 and a first down for Blake Daniels.
That was a great block, like you said, Chris, and Daniels took every advantage of it to get the first down plus some for the Indians.
So an actual gain of 5 yards for Daniels. He ran about 45 to get the 5, but he got the 5. First down at the 28-yard line. 3:48 left to play in the 3rd. Daniels.
Fumble.
Ball on the ground. And McGee picked it up, and he was smoked as soon as he picked it up. Got some chicken fighting going on after the play. There's some folks upset at each other. Somebody's going to have to get control of this here. These schools not separated by very far, though, so it's a rivalry. Last year, we have some notes on that. I believe Mark Tree won 34-13 last year. Yeah, last year up in Harrisburg, Mark Tree won 34-13. But that's a loss back to the 26. So a loss of 2. Bring up 2nd and 12. And McGee is going to be thrown down by Joey McGill.
That's just not fair. If McGill gets his paws on him, he's going down.
No gain for McGee. Well, you have to think that, I don't know what his classification is, if he's a senior or not, but somebody's got to be looking at Joey McGill.
Somewhere.
If not, there needs to be some tapes sent out in that young man's favor. Now a blitz picked up, fires deep over the middle, and is intercepted! 3rd interception of the night by the Harrisburg Hornets.
Interception.
Didn't get the number on that. 20. Number 20? Kiefer Nelson. 3rd interception thrown by Blake Daniels tonight. 2 TDs and 3 INTs. 22 pass attempts. It'll be deep in Harrisburg territory, but Harrisburg turns away a threat, and I believe we have a timeout, and we will take it with them. 1:57 left in the 3rd. 18-13 Mark Tree. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Find Tubetown on Twitter at Tubetown21. Let us know where you're watching the game from using the hashtag HHS versus MT. And anything come across, we'll read your tweets live tonight.
Just looked, and Joey McGill is a senior. But you got to think that he has to play somewhere at the next level. He's 6'5", 260. He's a playmaker. He's a fullback. So 1st down. And the give is to Versey. And he gets a yard to the 4.
No game correction. Looked like a loss, 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12.
I'll bring up.
Looks like a yard loss.
It was a yard loss. As I see the sticks now. So 2nd and 11. Looks like the official is standing on the 4-yard line. Fake and a keep by Hag. He has a block to the outside, to the 10, 15, to the 20. Still on his feet.
All that, you got to think that might be a flag there on the, because he was way out of bounds. I don't see one thrown.
He's asking for it. He's looking for a flag. He's pleading his case to the official.
He stepped out of bounds, and they kept. Wow.
It's a good gain anyway, out to the 22-yard line. 18 yards for Hag. And he's starting to add up some yards on the ground. 44 yards on 6 carries for McGill. That's a pretty good yards per carry. Give Versey, left side. And we have a flag on the play.
Looks like the tackle was made by number 51.
Versey got a couple of yards, looked like, but we'll have to see
like we
what
got
the,
another
what the
sportsman
penalty is.
If I don't know.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Harrisburg and Mark Tree, offsetting. So
little chirping.
Take the result of the play, which was 2 yards for Versey. So 2nd down and 8 at the 23. Inside a minute left to play in the third, 51 seconds.
Into the third.
And they were showing blitz, and we have a flag. Did somebody jump? Oh, offsides. So that's 5 free ones for Harrisburg, and that'll bring up 2nd and 3 now.
We're at Gosnell next week, Chris. Osceola Gosnell, end of third, 18-14 Seminoles. Almost a identical score.
Yeah.
Penalties tonight so far. Mark Tree, 9 penalties, 81 yards. Harrisburg, 9 penalties for 67 yards.
That's a lot of laundry on the field. Handoff, Versey, nice hole, 1st down and more. 35-40, 45, and to the 47-yard line goes Malik Versey. 18 yards.
Versey is still down, Chris.
And he is down on the sideline.
And here come the Harrisburg coaches.
He's getting up, though. I don't know if maybe he just had the wind knocked out of him, or he looks like he's a little woozy. He's running off under his own power, but I think he might have saw a Tweety bird flying around.
He hit the ground hard there, and then it looked like another Mark Tree defender who was already tackling him, come down on top of him after he hit the ground hard. So probably just knocked the wind out of him for a second.
18 seconds left. 1st down, Harrisburg at the 47-yard line. Big number 49, Joey McGill, is into the ball game now again. You can just see how he dwarfs his quarterback.
2 on the snap clock.
And did they get a timeout? Let's see. Timeout, Harrisburg. 16 seconds left to play, 3rd quarter. 18-13 Mark Tree, your score. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
We'd like to thank tonight's great sponsors who've made the telecast possible. Armor Seed, Farmers Bank and Trust, and Eye Care of Truman. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of any prep sports here on Tubetown, please contact Marcus Carlton at 870-336-2318.
16 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 18-13 Mark Tree. And Harrisburg will put it in play at their own 47. Handoff McGill. Breaking tackles, dragging tacklers across midfield to the 48-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 5. And I tell you what, Wes, as big as he is, going into the 4th quarter, I got to feed him the rock. I have to give him that football. You know Mark Tree has tired defenders.
And he's fairly fresh. It's only his 2nd carry of the game.
We have come to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score. Mark Tree 18, Harrisburg 13. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
The complete schedule of prep football in Tubetown. Log on to our website, www.tubetownonline.com. Full schedules on the home page. You can also order DVD copies of all of our high school sports programming. Just click on Purchase DVDs.
We'll be in Mississippi County next week, Rivercrest and Gosnell. Hand off to McGill again. Big hole, lumbering forward down to the 41-yard line. That's another first down for Joey McGill. 6 yards. And what I talked about right before we went to break at the end of the third quarter, big number 49 with fresh legs could be a big difference maker here in the fourth quarter with tired tacklers on the defensive side of the ball for Mark Tree.
It's going to take 2 or 3 of them once they're tired to get him down.
Well, as big as he is, it might have took 2 or 3 to start with, even when they're fresh. I mean, 6'5", 260 toting the rock. That's a lot for anybody to try to get down.
Speaking of Gosnell, just got another score update. They are now leading Osceola 20-18 with 6:07 left in the fourth.
Hag fakes to Versey, has a hole straight up the middle, across the 35 to the 33.
They're going to mark him just short.
That's 8 more yards for Hag.
Number 10 on the tackle. Number 10, Romero Rodriguez on the tackle.
Very close football game tonight. 18-13. Thought Mark Tree might start to run away with it in the second quarter when Harrisburg couldn't get untracked, but they could not put them away, and now they're having a hard time. Fake, and Hag will keep. Missed the tackle inside the 30, down to the 25, close to the 25. We'll call it the 26-yard line. That's 7 more for Hag.
Hag's just taking this Harrisburg offense on his back and saying, follow me, boys.
8 carries, 59 yards now for Hag, so he's has a nice yards per carry. That's over 7 per.
And that's the quarterback.
That's the quarterback. Well, they're running that zone read option now and having good success. Ball is on the ground, picked up, handed off to Versey, and he will lose yards. Back to the 29-yard line, back to the 30-yard line. That's a loss of 4 for Versey.
Correction for a 6-yard loss. Brings us to a second down and 16. Loss of 4. So.
15 carries, 59 yards tonight unofficially for Versey. So Versey and Hag has about the same amount of yards. Hag doing it in about half the carries, though. Hag wants to throw now. Going deep down the sideline. It is caught and a first down. Pass completed to Dylan Russell, and now that's his third reception tonight.
I do believe they made a halftime adjustment with Russell, because if you remember in the first half, he was dropping everything thrown to him, and he's caught just about everything thrown to him here in the second half, Chris.
18-yard reception for Russell. He now has 39 yards on 3 receptions.
McGill's back in on that fullback position.
Hag gives to Versey inside the 10, following McGill. And let's see, that's a gain of, looks like the official is on the 9, a gain of 3 for Versey. Be sure and stay with us after the game. We'll have our player of the game. Not sure where it's going tonight, folks. We Got 9:20 to determine a winner and determine a player of the game. Several candidates. Joey McGill is certainly a candidate. He's had a nice game, especially defensively. Hag, design, keep, rolling out to the right, inside the 5, and let's see.
Did you notice who he was following?
He didn't get in, but he got close to the first down. He got 7 yards, so he's a yard shy of the first down. 3rd down and 1 for Harrisburg. 8:57 left to play in the ball game. 18-13 Mark Tree.
Harrisburg's 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions.
Give to McGill, and he falls forward. And let's see, it's going to depend on the spot. He could fall forward and get a yard or two.
They're saying 4th down.
So there's no gain for McGill. So 4th and 1. Clock did not start. It's still frozen at 8:57. Hag going to keep, and he's going to spin and get the first down. Outstanding second effort that time by Connor Hag. He was wrapped up just shy.
They're calling that a touchdown.
A touchdown? Yeah, that's a touchdown. He got in. No, he's on the 5. The ball's spotted on the 5-yard line. He got the first down.
The officials, that's what I was thinking. The official, the white hat official indicated touchdown.
Well,
and that's what
I knew he didn't get a touchdown because he was on the 7-yard line and he only got a couple. So that's, but
first and
Hag
go.
did get the first down.
Now they're stopping the clock here.
So 1st and goal. Hag keeps, and
that is a touchdown.
Touchdown Harrisburg. Connor Hag. 5-yard touchdown run, and for the first time tonight, Harrisburg has the lead, 19-18. Or was that a 2-point try? So that was a 2-point try. All kinds of confusion going on here.
Well, I knew the white hat official had said, the referee had said, indicated touchdown. But I'm like you, it looked like
the ball was out on the 5.
And the chain crew even only had it as first down, not as a conversion. Wow.
So Hag got a 5-yard touchdown run, and then he got the 2-point conversion, and with 8:30 left to play in the ball game, Harrisburg now has a 3-point lead at 21-18. From our vantage point, it's hard to tell where the ball was spotted.
Now let's see if he kicks it deeper. No, well, a little deeper than what he has been.
At the 41-yard line, and it will be brought back to about the 47. So on the drive, 9 plays, 95 yards, and 5:27 off the clock. That is a huge drive, 95 yards.
Again, what was one of our keys of the game? The depth. How tired are these kids going to be? Mark Tree's defense was out there has been out there a long time in this second half, and that Harrisburg offense just wore it down in this drive.
So 1st down at the 46. Daniels, he's going to keep now, and he is brought down. Outstanding tackle, guess who? Joey McGill. Caught him from behind, a shoestring tackle. Daniels would have had some yardage. McGill says, "Not so fast, my friend. You get 0."
That's his 9th tackle on the night for McGill.
Well, Joey McGill he's starting to look like a player of the game candidate here tonight, especially if Harrisburg holds on. Daniels to throw. Now he's going to keep. Gonna run up. Ooh. Oh my gosh. McGill at number 50. Woo-hoo. Garrick Bryan with a major collision as they were tackling Daniels. Daniels did get 5, and they'll bring up 3rd and 5.
I was watching a block there by number 68, Tyler Gann, and he had a lot of jersey on that block right there. I thought they was going to get flagged. He never was, so that give the 5-yard gain for the Indians.
Daniels to throw. Receivers are covered. Now he finds one deep downfield. Caught! Is it caught?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Looked like he had it, but he went out of bounds and could not retain possession.
That would have been a big-time play, and Daniels put it right on the money. And only his player could get it. That was a... So this brings up a 4th down conversion. Mark Treecrest is 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions.
So they have a 4th and 5 to try to convert here with 7:03 left to play in the ball game. Daniels, 3-step drop, rolling to his right now. Being flushed, fires, and it's caught. 1st down. D'Angelo Griffin down to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 7 and a 1st down. So they complete another.
Coach Davis over on the sideline begging for a hold on that one. Did not get the flag.
7 yards and a 1st down at the 42. That's 7 receptions now for D'Angelo Griffin, who is also in consideration for player of the game. If Mark Tree comes back, give to McGee. He's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 for... Is that Gilbert? No, McGee, number 5.
Yes.
Second down and 6. 6:20 left to play in the ball game.
There's something wrong with the snap clock. The official has already indicated to go ahead, and they are not moving the snap clock. It has been setting at 0 this whole time.
Play is stopped. And let's see. Offsides against Harrisburg, so that'll be 2nd and 1 now. At the 34.
Looks like it's about 2nd and 2. And we march.
I know the Harrisburg coaches got to be asking about that play clock, because the whole play on that one before the flag, it set at 0. Because I was sitting here watching it, it never was reset from the previous play.
That's still not going. Keith Davis, one of the coaches pleading his case. I don't know if that's Keith Davis or not. He's upset. He's still giving it to him. Now he fires his headset.
You know what that is? As a basketball official, that's a coach wanting a flag or wanting a technical in basketball terms to get his team going, hey, look, I'm going to fight for you. He thought something was bad, wrong. He didn't get what he wanted. That is the indication of, hey, I'm going to fight for you. I'll take these 15 yards right here, but I'm going to show you that I'm going to fight for you. And that's what that was by Coach Davis.
So 1st down, and now you see the Harrisburg players jumping up and down and waving their arms. Don't go anywhere now, folks. There's 6 minutes of outstanding football left to be played. We got some fired up players out there. Fires, and it is
Incomplete.
Incomplete is the official word. Second and 10, Daniels to throw. Fires complete to Griffin, trying to get outside, loses, here comes more containment. He gets around the outside, and it is a touchdown! "19-yard touchdown reception to D'Angelo Griffin."
Gosnell defeats Osceola 28-18. We have those Pirates next week, Chris.
5:47 left, 24-21. A little handoff to number 3, Gilbert, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So with 5:47 left to play in the ball game, it is now Mark Tree 26, Harrisburg 21. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
"26-21, Mark Tree with a lead. 7 plays, 2 minutes, 17 seconds, 50 yards on the drive recap. 19-yard touchdown reception by D'Angelo Griffin, his second of the night. From Blake Daniels, that's his 3rd TD toss tonight.
They are 1 for 7 tonight.
That's not a very good conversion rate. That's about 13%.
But the time they converted, last drive.
That's right. 3rd down and 5 at the 40. Showing blitz.
That should be offside.
And let's see. Mark Tree says it's false start. Harrisburg says it's offsides. White hat official is the one that has the final word. And he says
no flag.
No flag. After all that, no flag. Wow. It's week 2 for everybody, folks. Knock off the rust.
How do you not call a flag on that?
3rd down and 5. Hag fakes, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. Loss of 2 for Connor Hag. So now decision time, as Harrisburg has 2 timeouts, 4:36, but you're inside your own 40. Do you gamble? Or do you kick it away and hope your defense can get a stop and use timeouts?
You would think you'd kick it away, but I don't think they've punted all night long. I don't think they have punted away to the Indians at all tonight, so they're going to go for it.
Offense is out on the field, 4th and 7. Hag to throw, 3-step drop. Fires, and it is caught for the first down. Outstanding execution, Connor Hag to Dylan Russell. A gain of 12 and a first down. 51 yards receiving now for Russell, unofficially on 4 catches. Hag now 4 out of 16 for those 51 yards. Midfield, first down, give Versey. Still on his feet, down to about the 46, 47 yard line of Mark Tree.
And who did he follow, Chris?
Joey McGill. Gain of 3 for Versey.
Pocahontas has a 20-13 lead over the Paragould Rams.
Paragould beat Rivercrest in week 1. .3:15 left to play in the ball game. Second down and 7 at the 47. Hag, straight carry, 45-40. That's a first down inside the 40. As he gets to the 38, that's a gain of 9 for Connor Hag.
Well, that was just, he saw that big hole open up and he said, I'm going for it. That was a great, great run by Connor Hag.
Harrisburg showing some moxie tonight, whether they win or lose. Handoff, Versey avoids a tackle, puts it on the ground, and it is picked up by Mark Tree.
Great stop by the Indians.
And he's not getting up. Versey is slow to get up.
You know, he's the one that took the hard hit down this sideline in the third.
Versey is still down, so let's step away for an injury timeout. 2:46 left to play in the ball game. 26-21. Mark Tree, you're watching high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
.242 left to play. First down at the 38-yard line, and the give is to McGee. Breaks a tackle, and he's across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So that's a gain of 4 for Tevin McGee. And Harrisburg will call a timeout with 2:24 left to play. We'll keep it here. 26-21. Harrisburg, or excuse me, McGee with the lead. Mark Tree with the lead over Harrisburg.
And next week we're going to Gosnell to the pirate ship, Chris.
The old pirate ship, Gosnell and Rivercrest. That's an old rivalry between a couple of schools over in Mississippi County, both with good traditions. Both win a lot in football. They win a lot in basketball. And it's just two schools that play. They turn out athletes. And Rivercrest has turned out such greats as Cortez Kennedy, who is an NFL Hall of Famer. They've turned out Richard Brothers, who was a cornerback at the University of Arkansas. So
it's just a great rivalry out there. The pirate ship will be rocking. I just got a score update. 4A school, Valley View, which we'll have later on this year, is winning over a 6A Mountain Home 26-7 over the Bombers.
Valley View is now 5A as they have moved up into the Greene County Tech and Paragould.
You're right. I
Conference.
Forgot about that. We got them in Wynn.
We do. Wynn and Valley View coming up in October as that play goes to the 45-yard line. Third down and about a yard. They're not burning the timeout here. 17 seconds left on the play clock, so about a minute 50 when the ball is snapped. Daniels gives to McGee, and he is short. He is short.
He might have got back.
No gain for McGee. So now does Harrisburg call the timeout? Clock is ticking.
Clock's ticking.
It's fourth down and a yard.
I don't think you do. I think if you have confidence in your offense, you still got to have that timeout in your pocket.
All right, he's keeping the timeout in his pocket. So there's going to be about a minute and 5 seconds when this ball is snapped. So this will be the ball game right here. As only one timeout remains for Harrisburg. This is your ball game right here, folks. A minute 10. Daniels under center. Now what? What's the official call?
We're waiting on the call. If it goes our way, March, let's get crazy.
What?
They're calling offsides on Harrisburg. And that, in effect, will end the ball game.
You cannot call offsides.
Timeout.
I never saw the flag fly, Wes.
I didn't see the flag fly. I saw them where they were trying to get them to jump. I didn't see anybody go in the neutral zone, Chris, at all. I did not see anybody jump into the neutral zone at all. I may have missed it, but I didn't see it.
I didn't see a flag fly. I never saw a yellow fly in the air and hit the ground. I never saw it. I did see a couple of helmets lunge. Didn't see them cross. Didn't see them make contact. This has been a tough game for everybody out there in between the white lines tonight.
Yes.
I hate to harp on the officials, but they've had a hard time keeping it under control tonight too. It's gotten chippy and but now here Mark Tree is in the victory formation. They'll just kneel down. And Mark Tree will move to 2-0 on the year. Harrisburg will drop to 0-2 on the year. As the final seconds tick off.
They will have to put
snap
one
it
more
one more time. And there's that snap.
And that should do it. They do not have to take another snap unless Harrisburg calls a timeout.
And timeout is called by Harrisburg. Not sure why.
No,
they're time's gonna go. So that's gonna tick down the final seconds, and we have arrived at the end of the game, folks. A sloppy game, but exciting nonetheless. They've never more than a 2-score lead for either team. Decided in the final minutes. Mark Tree wins at 26-21. We'll come back with player of the game and stats right after this. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
This is a seed, and this is a farmer. Together, they're responsible for creating 1 in 12 American jobs. Yes, you heard right. 1 in 12 American jobs are related to the family farm. From row to row across this great nation, every farmer counts.
As part of the fight to keep cable rates affordable, Ritter is on your side against giant programming companies. Because they control programming, they make the rules. Like forcing you to buy channels and bundles to get the one you like, and then hiking the price way above inflation. They even forbid cable distributors like us from telling you what channels actually cost. Join us in working for better laws that give consumers more choices and more information. We're right by you on this issue.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year because she's in foster care, because her father abused her, and her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
Well, I don't know nothing about faxing, but I know something about fishing. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock on Tubetown.
Crowbar is back. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Tubetown, Channel 21.
For more than 20 years, we've been gathering, supporting, battling, remembering, celebrating, and racing. This year, our race includes the men who have stood behind us and walked beside us. Join us Saturday, October 4th in downtown Little Rock for the statewide Arkansas Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Register online by October 3rd at KomenArkansas.org. Move, be moved.
There's a lot of sights to see in Northeast Arkansas. Let Dr. Angela Howell and Eye Care of Truman bring life into focus for you. There's no need to drive to Jonesboro. Eye Care of Truman is right here in your backyard to fill all of your eye health needs. Eye exams, contacts, fashion frames, and more. At Eye Care of Truman, we're about family-friendly vision care. Call today and schedule your next eye exam with Eye Care of Truman, 807 West Main in Truman.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
Why it's not working?
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Ritter Communications gives you a universe of TV shows. And now TiVo brings you even more. Movies, music, and videos from the web. Get it all in one place and take it anywhere life takes you. Any show, any screen, anywhere. Introducing the TiVo Experience.
Call Ritter Communications today. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
Why it's not working?
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 10 p.m. At 7:48, the thumbed-up weather dark. This has now been upgraded to a tornado warning. We have confirmation of a tornado on the ground. You need to seek emergency shelter immediately. Take cover now. Move to an interior room away from...
As part of the fight to keep cable rates affordable, Ritter is on your side against giant programming companies. Because they control programming, they make the rules. Like forcing you to buy channels in bundles to get the one you like, and then hiking the price way above inflation. They even forbid cable distributors like us from telling you what channels actually cost. Join us in working for better laws that give consumers more choices and more information. We're right by you on this issue.
Chris Benson, West Cisco, back here at Don Lovell Memorial Field in Mark Tree. Week 2 is in the books. Mark Tree wins this one 26-21. This is the Armor Seed postgame show. And tonight's Armor Seed player of the game is D'Angelo Griffin for the Mark Tree Indians. 8 receptions, 115 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's good on any level, Wes.
That's good on any level, especially on a prep level for a 2A school here in the state of Arkansas. Kid had a phenomenal game tonight here for the Indians.
Once again, D'Angelo Griffin is your player of the game. He's just a junior, so he has time to hone his skills, and he has certainly the speed and hands to get a look and go to the next level. So we'll have to keep an eye out for D'Angelo Griffin. Want to talk about Joey McGill too for Harrisburg West. We only give one player of the game. That usually goes to the winning team, but you gotta really like what you see out of big number 49 from Harrisburg. 6'5", 260, plays both ways. Obviously, was a fullback, toted the mail 3 or 4 times, but just absolutely created havoc on the defensive side of the ball.
He was form tackling like any coach would love to see on the defensive side, and he only got the ball a couple 3 rushes, but he was doing a lot more for that Harrisburg offense, and is that those blocks he made probably caused a couple of scoring plays for the Hornets tonight. You just can't go on about that kid right there. McGill was just a great player for the Hornets.
We'd need to keep an eye on McGill too throughout the year. With that size, surely somebody is looking at him for the next level. As many colleges, small or big or otherwise, whatever, you would think that somebody would be calling his name with scholarship offers and stuff. Take a look at some final stats. Blake Daniels had a nice game. 13 out of 24, 3 touchdowns, the 3 interceptions though. That's why we shied away from Daniels. He had probably around 200 yards passing, not exactly sure, but when you throw 3 INTs, you kind of look a different way for somebody that had an outstanding game too. Cody Hagg had a really bad first half throwing the football, 0 of 11, finished 4 out of 16, so 4 of 5 in the second half. But in fairness to Cody, Connor Hagg, in fairness to Connor, a lot of drops. We counted 5 or 6 drops that were just right there in the hands. He could have easily thrown for 200 yards tonight.
Yeah, those receivers for Harrisburg just didn't look like they were, don't want to say focused, but almost focused there in the first half. I think Coach Davis probably got in some people's grill and in their ear during halftime and said, hey, you're going to have to hold on to this ball. He's doing everything he can for you.
Connor Hagg did have a nice game on the ground. He had 13 carries for 76 yards. So he had a nice game too. A sloppy game at times, but a very exciting game. Back and forth, and it certainly held your attention if you were watching tonight. A really good ball game, and
sure did. And I think we'll have another one next week when we go to the pirate ship.
You better know it.
Like we said during the telecast, that is a rivalry, a Mississippi County rivalry. No, they're not in the same conference anymore, but those two schools still do not like each other as the Colts of Rivercrest travel over to Gosnell to play the Pirates.
There will be athletes all over the field, a lot of speed, a lot of size. There'll be some athletes on the field for that ball game, as we will have week 3 next week over in Gosnell. 26-21 again. Mark Tree wins this ball game. Our executive producer for tonight's game has been Marcus Carlton, our producer Brandon Reed. For my man on my right here, West Cisco, I'm Chris Benson saying so long from Mark Tree. You have been watching high school football right here on Tubetown.